any of the above. We'll always be here for each other to grow together.
Next pillar up is our chapter development. So some of the activities that will be happening during the following couple of weeks. We have our amazing social share Nata. If you haven't attended one of the prep meal Sundays, I don't know what you're doing with your life, but this happened every other Sunday. We actually have one coming up on October the 25th. This happened from 6 to 7 p.m. But let's say that you are as busy as me as I am, like maybe you work and you missed it. No worries about it. We always record the live stream and we post it in our social media. So make sure that whether you got lost throughout the process or if you need to rewatch it or you need to watch it for the first time, go watch it again and definitely give Nata a huge shout out. Sharing your stories in your stories, like the more that we impact people, the better. And I can tell from personal experience, these meal preps are delicious. So definitely check it out.
And of course, mentorship, share your experience. That's going to be happening November 3rd for all of those who are within our mentorship program or have been in the mentorship program. Make sure to come out here to share your experience, inspire others that may be a little iffy about joining this amazing program. I can already tell from myself that my mentee is amazing, and I've heard from so many other people that their mentees/mentors are amazing. So it's kind of nice to just hype each other up in a way and just be excited to just be part of such an amazing program that we have in order to help grow our underclassmen and make sure that our upperclassmen are still holding on to our SHEP chapter.
Perfect. And also the mentorship committee, they're currently, our mentorship chair, Arturo, is currently looking for for people to join his committee. So if you have any questions on how to join or maybe what involved to be part of the mentorship committee, just make sure to email our mentor. And his email is right below. Also, we're going to be sharing with you guys the slides later, so no worries if you don't get to take a screenshot or write down the email at the moment. His email is Arturo. You can find it in there. Also, Arturo, if you want to wave in the chat so people know how amazing you are and who is the amazing people behind the mentorship program, go ahead and do that. So right now.
All right, and we will be having a virtual game night because after all these midterms, after all these conventions, we need a break. And this is the perfect time to not only be competitive, but also just hang out with your fellow members as if we were in the same room. But of course, this will be happening virtually just out of safety, but it will be Thursday, November 5th from 7 to 8:30 p.m. So just make sure to come out, have some fun, get bragging rights after winning. Who doesn't like competing against the Familia?
Perfect. Also, something truly amazing, Loteria Night. I mean, I don't know who doesn't like Loteria, you guys. So you'll better come out on Friday, November 6th from 6 to 7 p.m. This is going to be happening through Zoom. For more information, reach out to that guy who was saying jokes at the beginning, that jokes, Adrian. So Adrian, it's your turn again if you want to say hi on the chat so people know in case they miss your jokes. But if you have any more questions about, the logistic behind the events or how to RSVP and why not, make sure to contact Adrian, our amazing engineer events coordinator.
And of course, one of our biggest pillars is professional development. So let's see what we have coming up. So if you're a Sheptina, and out here Latina working really hard in STEM or working really hard in college, make sure to come out to this panel. But of course, it's not only close to Latinas, our Shep Kings who want to support and be there for our Sheptinas, make sure to come out as well. We really always do appreciate when we see everyone and anyone within these panels because it shows us that this is a safe environment for all of us and that we're here supporting each other. So make sure to join us as Sheptinas and Shep Kings, however you identify us, with doubt that they will be sharing their advice, knowledge, and experience within this panel, and you'll be able to ask them any and every question that you have in your mind. So make sure to come out on Wednesday, October 21st. The time is to be determined, but rest assured it will happen through MS Teams. So make sure to keep an eye out for the RSVP form coming out soon.
Perfect. Also happening on the next week in preparation for our national convention, we're going to have Bechtel and alumni resume critique session. This is going to be happening on October the 20th from 6 to 8 p.m. RSVP for this is already been sent out, so make sure that if you're part of the Slack, check it out in there. Also, I believe is this one, are we doing it exclusively for pay members? The Bechtel, yes. So like we mentioned, or we're going to mention later on about the fees and why not. Many of our events, we're trying to make it exclusive for paid members. So make sure that if you have any questions about membership or why not, we're going to cover that towards the end. But once again, this is happening October 26th to 8th, and make sure to get those resumes as sharp as possible for national convention.
All right. If you're interested in Goldman Sachs or just interested in networking with other SHEP chapters, make sure to come out to this amazing event happening on Wednesday, October 21st from 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. via MS Teams. There's going to be multiple SHEP chapters from across the nation going to this event, so we want to make sure our Cougs are out there representing the best chapter in the nation. So make sure to come out if you have some free time, ask some questions, and learn some more about Goldman Sachs. And again, this is happening midday from 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. on Wednesday, October 21st. So make sure to come out.
Perfect, perfect. Next event up is how to tell your story virtually. I'm pretty sure all of us are on the same boat that we're not sure, like, is this okay to say? Am I okay wearing this? Am I okay having this background, or why not? So if you're just like myself and concerned still about how to sell yourself in this virtual environment, make sure to also come out on October 22nd. This is going to be happening from 7 to 8 p.m. And then we're going to be sharing the RSVP link as well. We're going to be hosted by Accenture. So once again, make sure that you come out to this event. This is something that is definitely going to prepare/impact how you're going to be presenting yourself in national convention. So I will make sure to see all of your faces in there.
And of course, we wouldn't be here if we didn't need those grades. So academic development is up next. Now, talking about grades, if you're struggling a little keeping up with your classes, or you feel like midterm season is getting a little bit harder studying by yourself, make sure to come out to Study Red Tuesdays. This has been a tradition for many, many years. And this is where you can study, socialize, and learn about all our SRTs. Essentially, we have a social room where you can study with groups, or you can just socialize and talk about life, kind of de-stress a little bit. And we also have a quiet room in case you just want to have someone there making sure that you're on track and call you out anytime that you get on your phone or you get off track. And we also have the ability that if you want to create your little separate room for your own study group or your own project group, then you can do that by asking our academic chair, Oscar Gil. So all you have to do is send them an email and fill out the form within our teams for SRTs. Again, this is an amazing opportunity to have to make sure that our grades are great and going to be successful at the end of the semester. So this happens usually every Tuesday, but the next one coming up is Tuesday, October 20th from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m.
Perfect, perfect. Also, during Study Red Tuesday, we are trying to accommodate to have some amazing workshops happening simultaneously. So we're going to have a workshop this upcoming October 20th from 7:30 to 8:30. And once again, if you have any questions about SRTs or what the workshop is going to be about, we try to cover different topics. For example, we have covered how to deal with the online semester. We have also done some other topics covered in there as well. But if you have any questions about what happens on SRT, how to join the SRT, we have a channel in Microsoft Teams for SRT and you're not part of it just yet, make sure that you reach out to our amazing academic chair, Oscar Gil. There's the email on the channel, and Oscar Gil, I'm going to do the shout out again if you want to say hi or wave on the chat so people can know who the amazing person behind SRTs are.
And of course, I think this workshop coming up is learning how to use Microsoft Teams, ironically. So rest assured that eBoard will definitely be there. But jokes aside, we still apologize for that. But coming up next is one of our biggest events that we have done for many, many years, which is the Academic Olympiad. Now, if you really want to show off your trivia skills on math, science, art, pop culture, and even history sometimes, make sure to come out and get a team and come out to this event. So essentially what happens is that we have a trivia night, but you're allowed to have 3 to 6 members within your team. And it's okay if you don't have a team or if you don't really know someone within SHEP. Our organizers for this event will pair you up with a different team, so you will still be able to participate. And of course, if you don't want to answer trivia and you just want to see everyone struggling to get a question right, there's always a form to RSVP as just a spectator. So we always need our cheerleaders. We always need our amazing audience cheering us on. And by the way, on the left side of the screen is the team from last year. So a little shout out to everyone on that team. It was really fun last year. But again, this is happening Monday, October 19th from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. And of course, for more information, contact our academic, mentorship, and graduate chairs who please go ahead and say hi once again in the chat just so that everyone knows who you are.
Perfect, perfect. We also are going to have a joint organization study night. We're going to be joined by NASPE, SUI, ASME, and ASCE. Hopefully I spell every single letter on the word, but this is going to be happening on Tuesday, October the 27th from 7 to 9 p.m. It's going to happen through Microsoft Teams. So this is another of those workshops, like I mentioned before, doing SRTs. You'll have multiple options to do. Just like Andrea have covered, we have the actual quiet room where you actually get to work in your assignments, or you get to, do any project or study with someone else within your major. We also have the other breakout room where you get to socialize, and then we have simultaneously going on a workshop. So this workshop, once again, happening October 27th. Make sure that you RSVP, and is going to be hosted through Microsoft Teams.
Of course, one of our biggest pillars, of course, is leadership development. So again, National Convention is just around the corner. If you're not excited, then we'll get you excited as soon as possible. And again, for those who don't know, I know we have a few new folks in the chat right now. So we do have 5 conferences within one, which is pre-college, academics, SHPTINAs, professionals in STEM, technology and innovation. And again, this year is a little bit different because of COVID and it happening virtually. It was supposed to happen in Denver, Colorado, but now it's happening for wherever you are in the nation. But this will be happening from Monday, October 20th to Saturday, October 30th. And once we send out these slides, the link to the agenda will be on this slide. So make sure you start planning ahead, because this year we had to plan for school, for work, and for National Convention. So it's definitely going to be a great experience.
Perfect. Also, National Convention, in case you haven't heard, a lot of people are excited about it, but there are different competitions going on. So you can still register for the Innovation Challenge. You can still do the Cybersecurity Challenge. And I believe those are the only 2 who are still registration open, but you might want to check it. Like we mentioned, we're going to be sending out the agenda, and we have also shared some of the deadlines to apply apply for these competitions. On the picture, we also going to do a huge shout out, because last year, not to brag, but U of H took first place on the Innovation Challenge. So you can see the big old check and the amount of money that these people won. So not to mention, all of these competitions are going to have cash prizes. And not only that's important, but also like the networking and the exposure that you're going to have to the company leaders who are hosting these competitions. So also, like it says on the thing, if you're not part of the National Convention channel and you are planning on going to National Convention, make sure that you reach out to any of the executive board members, and we'll make sure to add you on there.
And of course, there will be a breakout room at the very end for more National Convention information, as we've done in the past. So if you're still curious, if you're still not excited, make sure to go out there, because we will get you excited and we will answer your questions to our best of our abilities. With that being said, talking about National Convention, the South Texas Preparation Bootcamp, and I'm actually wanting to let Taimee talk about this because she is one of the planners for this one.
Okay, I'm gonna start blushing. But anyways, this is happening this upcoming October the 17th. Basically, like I have said on the Slack before, when we start organizing this event, the first thing that we thought was like, how do we make our members, I'm not gonna, I guess, be better or like be in another level compared with the rest of the 9,000 people who normally attend National Convention. And then the result was this. We're collaborating with UTRGV and Rice University, and we're bringing professionals. Shout out to the SHIP Houston Professional Chapter for helping us with this, as well as so many other companies like Lucky. We have Lucky, we have Chevron coming, DuPont, Accenture, Bechtel, Samsung, NASA, and many more. So make sure you guys that you RSVP for this event, once again happening this October the 17th from 3 to 6 p.m. The event is going to be structured the following way. We're going to have general sections where like general information, for example, like what to include and what not to include in your elevator pitch, how to sell yourself in this whole like virtual environment, like whether it's through social media, LinkedIn, or why not. As well, we're going to be doing some practicing of mock interviews, and towards the end, probably one of the best part of the whole event is we're going to have a networking social with the professionals/recruiters of these companies. Did I mention that the people who are coming most likely are going to be at National Convention? So make sure that you take advantage of this. This representative who are going to be there, they're most likely going to be at National Convention as well. So RSVP space are limited. We only have capacity for up to 200 students from all 3 chapters. So make sure that you're securing your spot to make yourself the best person or the best candidate when it comes to a National Convention.
All right, and now community outreach. Of course, we will be having our semester lead Noche de Ciencias, which is going to be with Briar Meadow Charter School. And of course, this is an event where we can help inspire the Hispanic youth all the way from junior high to high school, and sometimes even elementary kids. So if you are looking to inspire the future generation of not only leaders, but also STEM majors, or even just the future of our society, make sure to come out here and help them out in different little projects that you'll be helping them with. And if you have any questions, contact Natalia Rodriguez if you'd like to get involved. And of course, this will be happening Tuesday, October 20th from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. And trust me, I went a couple of semesters ago, and this was the most rewarding event that I've ever attended. It was really nice hanging out with all the kids and making sure that you're giving them a little bit of hope to continue in the STEM major. And it was really nice seeing them like, you're a girl in STEM. And I was like, yes, I am. And I will continue to be one. So definitely come out if you feel like you could be connected to all this Hispanic youth.
Perfect, perfect. Also, this is ongoing right now, so we have our mask drive. In case you haven't found this box, it's located at the behind the engineer building 1. So like we mentioned, this is like an ongoing event that we're going to be happening throughout the semester. Just keep in mind, all of these masks are going to be donated for a good cause. We have a former SHPE U of H student who is helping us donate it to the city of Houston. So for sure, these masks are having an amazing destination towards the end. So make sure that you stop by. Also make sure that if you're doing the non-recyclable masks, like the blue ones, I'm not sure how to describe that, but that you're putting them inside Ziploc bags. So once again, we're trying to keep this as hygienic as possible. So whether they are like the fabric ones, or if you're doing the other ones, the regular one, make sure that you just go ahead and put it on Ziploc bags, please.
Okay, moving on due to time constraint, we do have September still happening, and of course it's Hispanic Heritage Month up until actually today, I believe. I think today's the 15th, if I'm not wrong. So congratulations to everyone that's Hispanic. Let's celebrate our heritage one more day, and of course the rest of the year, because we're not only restrained to 1 month a year. Of course, you can always tell us in a video clip what you are most proud of in the Hispanic culture. It's not too late to do this. And if you have any questions, again, it's the guy that told the joke at the very beginning. Make sure to send him an email at escovids@gmail.com. And again, if Adrian, you can put your email in the chat if you haven't done so already, so you can get those videos in and create an amazing video to share all of our Hispanic heritage that we have within SHPE U of H.
Perfect, perfect. We also are hosting a SHPE Junior event, SHPE Junior U of H virtual tour. This will be happening on October the 16th from 4 to 5 p.m. If you have any questions about the logistic or how you could help, impacting the SHPE Junior students, you make sure that you contact our amazing SHPE Junior co-chairs, Jerry and Bruno Esquivel. Just like Andrea mentioned, whether it's Noche de Ciencias or SHPE Junior or any of our outreach events, we're trying to focus on we're trying to impact the newer generations and, sort of convince them that, STEM is possible no matter what is your, whether you're male or female. And that also there's a lot of opportunities, a lot of scholarships available out there as well to succeed in college. So that's what we're trying to aim whenever we do all of this SHPE Junior and outreach events. So make sure that you want to participate in this virtual tour, or if you have any questions about any of the upcoming events, make sure to reach out to our outreach and SHPE Junior chairs.
And of course, we will be having our drive-in movie and pumpkin carving competition as of now. As of now, it will be Friday, October 30th, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. And this is a collaboration between our amazing College of Technology liaison, Nikhil, and our social chair, Nata. So more to be announced as we still have a lot of planning to do, but this is still happening tentatively in October 30th.
Now, why you should join? This is the question that you should be asking yourself 100%. So the benefits from joining or becoming a SHPE U of H member, of course, you're going to have the familia. I mean, honestly, familia is my favorite word from now on since I joined SHPE. The scholarships. Last year and the years before, we have I don't know if you call it gifted, but we have granted over $10,000 in scholarships. And just to mention that this is just at the school level. So this is you applying for scholarships, whether because you were the most active member or because you were, you perform excellent, academically excellent, you did things like that. There's scholarship opportunities towards the end of the semester that just at the SHPE U of H level, you guys will be able to qualify if you become a paid member. Also, as well, we are working currently on an internship and co-op database. Not only that, but on the Slack, we have a bunch of alumni as part of the conversation. And the first place that they're going to announce if they have an opening position or if they're looking for someone to cover any of whether an internship or co-op in their respective companies is going to be announced through that Slack. So you get that exposure firsthand to internship and co-ops and why not full-time opportunities. Like we mentioned, all the 5 pillars that we have covered: professional development, leadership development, academic chapter development, as well as community outreach. Also networking, it's not all about finding the job, but maybe finding the connections that is going to be long lasting, and who knows, maybe later on you might be needing this person for sure. So networking is one of the key aspects from SHEP as well. The amazing mentorship program where I have met like my besties forever. And as well, if you want to look cool whenever we go back into in-person graduations, walking across the stage with that fancy stole on your neck, SHEP allows you to get one of those as well. And we're going to be portraying later on in here our amazing chapter shirt that our amazing communication directors Nina designed.
So how do you join? I know there's a lot of hoops that you might think, but there's only 2. All you have to be is a local member, which is $10 per semester, $15 per year, which I suggest the $15 if you're not graduating this December. It's a deal. And of course, you can pay through our Venmo, SHEP-U of H. And make sure that as soon as you pay or right before you pay, you fill out the membership form link. It helps us keep track of who's in the Slack and who's not, and just keeps our overall database just organized and set for the future. And of course, we do have our national membership, which is $10 for undergraduate and $15 for graduate students. Sorry, guys, you get $5 more, but this can be paid through shepconnect.org. And these are the main 2 ways to join the Familia. And as soon as you pay for a local membership, then you'll be added to our Slack group chat if you haven't been already.
Perfect. Also, we have our amazing point system that our amazing secretary keeps track for. But here is the breakdown of like what each of the events are like giving you a point system. Now, why the point system is so important, like I mentioned previously, there is a scholarship at the end of the semester for the most active members. So how do you become the most active member? By going to as many events as is possible in your calendar and that you can fit in your school schedule or life schedule. So that's why the point system is also important. Also, we consider point system when we're doing, whether it's like sponsorships or also when we are every single month we have the most active members. We reward the top 5 most active members. So this point system is all over the place, it's everywhere. So you guys make sure that you are going out there, you're making an impact, you're making a difference, you're changing life, as well as accumulating these points so you can qualify for all of these amazing things that the point system has involved.
And just to hold on 1 second, guys, I see a question on the Slack. SHEP does not have GroupMe. Other organizations do have GroupMe, but we actually went away from GroupMe to make it more organized within the Slack. SHEP uses Slack, which is an app that's kind of like Discord if you've used it before. But the way to join is once you pay your local membership and you fill out that Google form, then we'll be adding you to the Slack. And we check that form pretty often, if not every day. But if we haven't reached out to you in a while, please make sure to reach us out through our email, and I'll put it in the chat in just a second. Actually, someone just put it in the chat, so it's chapter@shepufh.org. So make sure to email us if you still haven't been added. With that being said, again, talking more about the Slack, it will only be for locally paid members, and we're still in the process of kind of cleaning out the non-paid members and only keeping the paid members as well as the alumni. So again, make sure you're locally paid, you're filling out that form, and we'll be adding you as soon as possible. And of course, we do have our announcements, our academic, our professional and social channels, as well as private channels such as the National Convention one, where we have everyone within SHEP-U of H as a locally paid member in, and we're asking questions, we're throwing out opportunities. So make sure you don't want to miss this out if you're going to the SHEP National Convention as well.
And like I have mentioned before, can you all see the amazing shirt that our communications director designed? This is going to be the shirt that is going to be representative for the 2020-21 academic year. We're currently working on the logistics on how we make sure that all of our pay members get the shirts like safely. So we're currently working on that. I'm not sure if there's a slide with information about it, but let's double check it in there. Yes, so tentatively, we were planning on doing it this Saturday, October the 17th, from 1 to 5 p.m. at the SHEP drive-through shirt distribution. we said tentatively, we're not promising anything, but we promise that for sure you're going to get your shirt. So in the event that this event turns out not happening this Saturday, just make sure that you keep an eye on the Slack. Also in our social media, we'll make sure to keep you guys updated with whatever is the outcome on it. And I'm not sure if Andrea wants to add on something on that.
No, I think you covered it all. We're definitely getting your shirts to you. It's just that we have to jump through so many more hoops and so many obstacles come up last minute. So just be patient with us as much as you can. We have been trying so hard because we want to make sure that our members are posting our shirts everywhere and wearing them out to Walmart or Kroger, not sponsored, or just to anywhere that you're going, because this is an amazing shirt that's been designed by one of our very own members, and we want to make sure to wear it with pride. So make sure you just be patient, and we'll get this to you as soon as possible. With that being said, again, talking about making sure that you wear your shirts once you get them, make sure to follow all of our social media and keep checking our website. All the usernames are on the screen, and they're pretty much the same, just Shep U of H, some sort of underscore or dash. So try one of those combinations if you haven't had the chance to follow us, and we do update them pretty regularly. So if you're looking for announcements of last-minute opportunities, or maybe even just posting reminders or RSVP, make sure to check all these links out.
Perfect, perfect. And our 5th general meeting, who is excited about it? Woo! Is happening on November 12th from 7 to 9 p.m. also through Microsoft Teams. So make sure that you come out. Make sure that you also are on the lookout for the RSVP form, which we're going to be releasing soon. So pretty exciting for our 5th, and I believe it's our last one for the semester. So more reason for all of you guys to be out there and like showing your passion so that we can not miss your face until the next spring semester.
And of course, we are welcoming Cummins today as our guest speakers. And again, thank you so much for Cummins to come out today. But before we move on, while we're transitioning, let's make sure to take a picture. So if you are able to turn on your camera and throw up a Cougs paw, make sure you do that so we can show off our amazing members in our social media. All right. Nina, are you able to take the picture?
Yes, give me 1 second.
Okay, perfect.
Please don't forget to count down.
Don't worry, guys.
Okay, we'll make sure that everyone's ready.
Without...
I should be saying
I'll make
that
sure you guys are ready.
I'm always the one who is like on the picture or something like that.
Me too.
So for some reason, my quality looks really bad. I don't know if anybody else on the
to it right now. I can go ahead.
Okay.
I will go for it.
Thank you, Taimi. I just want to make sure that we get a good picture, clear picture of everybody's beautiful faces.
Oh, that's a lot of tension on me.
It's happening the same here, so I don't think it's just you.
Are y'all ready?
We're ready.
Cheese.
Yeah.
Cheese, okay? 3, 2, 1. Hopefully it works. Cheese. I'll take a bunch.
Did someone blink?
Yeah. 3, 2, 1. Again, cheese. There you go. I think we got it. I will go ahead and share
no
on
one
this
blinked.
right now. Yeah. I hope no.
All right, and now we are welcoming Cummins. Fernando, are you there? Okay, I don't think he is there.
Can you hear me?
There, yes, you are. Yes.
Okay, awesome. All right, with that being said, I want to introduce Cummins. I'm super excited to have them here. And without further ado, I'll let them go ahead and present and introduce themselves.
Hello, everyone. My name is Kimberly Martinez, and today we're very excited to be here, sharing with you a little bit about the company. And I have some teammates that are going to present with me. So let's get started. You guys want to introduce yourselves really briefly? Sergio, Luis, for.
Can you hear me now? No? Oh my God.
We can hear you.
Oh, okay. Thank you. So Sergio Alanis here. I'm an electrical design engineer in Cummins. I hope you learn a lot. We're gonna go a little bit more about us in a little bit. So hang in there. Can you see my screen though?
Yeah, we can.
Can you see? It says Cummins
Yes,
100.
yes.
Okay. Cool. Okay. Betsy.
We're having issues.
No.
We can see you, Betsy.
Perfect.
Okay.
So my name is Betsy Sanchez. I'm originally from Peru. And at Cummins, I am in the position of service engineer in the power systems business unit. I have been with Cummins almost 4 years now. My background or my major is mechatronics engineering. And well, one fun fact about me is that I speak the native language from Peru, which is Quechua. I don't know if any of you knows, but yeah, that would be me.
Okay, and lastly we have Luis Fernando. I don't know if you can see him or he. Please, are you in the call? Okay, so let's get moving and we get to him later as the presentation goes. So yeah, we're gonna start with this video that talks a little bit about the company.
I'm sorry, I don't think I can hear the video. Is that just me?
Yeah, I can't hear it either.
It's because he's muted.
Okay.
We live in a world. We live in a world where everything is there for you, whenever you need it. We live in a world that is always on. That's why there's Cummins. Cummins powers a world that can never be off. No one has the resources, the depth, the know-how that Cummins has to turn what's possible into what's doable. No one has more experience at turning energy into power. Every day, people all over the world rely on Cummins technology to keep their world always on. With Cummins, your business is always on. Your supply chain is always on. Your job site is always on. Your data center. Your home. Your fleet. Your world is always on. Cummins. Powering a world that's always on.
So yeah, let's go to the next slide. This video shows a little bit about the different business units that we operate and the things that we do. So we always want to show this and start from there. Can we go to the next slide, please? So first, I want to introduce ourselves, who we are. So the members that you're seeing here, they are part of the Latino ERG group, employee resource group named GOAL, which is kind of ship, but for professionals. Then it's Grupo Organizado de Afinidad Latina. And it's conformed by these awesome people that I get to work with them mostly on a weekly basis. We have people in charge of different events or different categories. And today we have the honor to have 3 of them with me. So let me start by saying that I am from Mexico, and I joined the company 2 years ago, and I work as a supplier quality improvement engineer. My background is manufacturing, and fun fact about me, I love Mickey Mouse. And yeah, let's get everyone else introduced, share a little bit about themselves. Sergio, you're muted. Okay.
Like this, can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you.
I think it's my headphones. So don't use headphones. Okay. Try to look fancy, but I guess. So my name is Sergio Lanis. I'm from Mexico, Viva Mexico. I've been in the United States for 7 years. I studied in the University of Texas Rio Grande Valley, and I graduated as an electrical engineer. I've been with Cummins for 2.5 years. I work as an electrical design engineer, so I design ECMs and electric control modules, and I support current products, and I also work with new products. Hobby. Oh, sorry. In the goal team, I'm a cultural awareness leader, so I do some stuff for everyone to notice us. And as my hobbies, fun fact or hobby, I like playing video games. I love watching movies, and I love cooking. So that's me. That's all you need to know about me. That's mostly everything. So next. Katie. Betsy.
Well, I think, Betsy, are you there?
I am. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I already did kind of like my presentation, but I can like do it super fast again. Well, my name is Betsy Sanchez. I'm from Peru. Have been with Cummins for almost 4 years. I'm in the service engineering department. That is part of the power systems business unit. My background or my major is mechatronics engineering. I have been in the US for almost 10 years. I live in New York for most part of it. Moved to Minnesota when I got this job. What else? Well, one fun fact, like I mentioned before, is that I can speak the native language of Peru, that is Quechua. And yeah, that will be it about me. Please, you can go.
Hi everyone. As a good Mexican, I have 2 first names and 3 last names. It's usually Luis Fernando Garcia Marquez Basaldua, but you guys can call me just Luis for short. I am the newest one here at the company. I've been working for 8 months now. I originally got hired as a customer engineer, and I work for the sales application engineering department for power systems. My background is electrical and computer engineering. I actually just graduated in December from the University of Texas at El Paso, go Miners. And yeah, I'm a proud international student. I am from Toluca, Mexico originally.
Okay, great. So that's the thing that you're gonna get to know today. But we have more people in our team. But yeah, that's us. Let's get moving to the next slide. So we want to start by saying a little bit of the history of the company, how everything gets started in the company. So Cummins was founded in 1919 by these 2 men that you're seeing here. Classic Cummins, that's going to be on your left, and W.G. Irwin, who was a banker who invested in Classic Cummins' idea of bringing the diesel engine to the US. So that's how everything started, and fun fact, it was until like 18 years after Cummins was founded that they were a profitable company. So And then we get to J. Irwin Miller, who is the great nephew of the founder of the company, who came on board as a general manager and brought like innovative ideas of bringing people together and looking at the organization as a whole, looking at how the intervention of suppliers, customers, and the actual people from the company would matter. And that's how the foundation of Cummins values got started there. So this man, his ideals are still living the company today. Next slide, please. And here's a little bit of the history. As I mentioned, in 1919, Classic Cummins brought the idea of bringing the diesel engine to the US. It was until 1937 that Cummins got the first profit. And in 1962, Cummins opened operations in India, opening a plant in Pune. In 1975, Cummins started working at China by providing heavy construction equipment using Cummins engines. In 1986, Cummins acquires Onan Corporation, that it's now known as Power Generation Business Unit. And last year, we were celebrating our 100 years anniversary. So, yeah, next slide. And here are some numbers from 2018. We are in 190 territories or countries. We are present in there as part of the company or providing service. And during 2018, we invested $894 million in research and development. We're a company that continues to grow and continue to invest in new technologies. We recently acquired the electrification business, and we are looking on different ways that we can power the world. Lastly, in 2018, they built 1.5 million of plus engines. And I want to share this global manufacturing view. So as I mentioned, this is a Fortune 500 company, and we're present internationally. And here are some of the business units or some of the things that we focus on. Number one, we have the engine business unit, that is basically the US, Brazil, and India. We also have power systems that includes power generation. And we have facilities in US, Brazil, Mexico, India, Romania, UK, and Nigeria. We have the components business unit with presence in Australia, China, France, Germany, UK, and South Korea. And then we have distribution with presence all over the world. We take care of our engines, and we have engineers that provide service to this to our products. And lastly, electrified power business unit that we acquired recently, located in California.
So in this slide, we're just showing a quick snapshot of some of the largest partnerships we have throughout each operating segment. There are many other partnerships that we have and relationships, of course, that already contributed to the overall success of our company. And just to mention a fun fact about our company, Cummins, is that sometimes our own competitors become our own clients. And just to give a few examples of that, it's John Deere, Caterpillar, and Komatsu, that at the same way that they are our competitors, they can be our clients when we build engines for them. You can go to the next slide. So Cummins has a 100-year-long track record of delivering leading power solutions. But how do we do that? So we deliver the power of Cummins throughout 5 complementary operating segments. So in each operating segment, we compete worldwide with a number of other manufacturers and distributors that produce and sell similar products. And our products compete primarily on the basis of performance, fuel economy, speed of delivery, quality, customer support, and price. So I'm gonna quickly mention what are those operating segments. The first one, it's the engine business, or how we know it, it's called the EVU, where we build engines that are diesel, natural gas, and other types of engines, for example, for on-highway and off-highway applications, and they are all over around the world. The second one is the power systems, where I do work, or it is also known as PSVU. So there we integrate powers through the design, manufacturing, and sales of engines that could be 16 liters or larger for industrial applications, and those includes mining, oil, gas, marine, rail, standby, and prime generator sets. The third one, it's components, where we sell filtration products, after treatment systems, turbochargers, and all of these components are actually integrated into the engine, so it can run faster and in a cleaner way. The fourth one is the distribution business unit, or DBU, which is the biggest customer-facing part of Cummins. Our distributors and dealers are based around the globe, providing support and service to our customers, and well, they rely on Cummins products for their power. And last but not least, our newest business unit is the Electrify Power. So right now, Cummins is being very serious on leading in this business unit as well. That is the Electrify Power, and be on top just how we are for diesel and natural gas. You can go to the next one, please. So at Cummins, like I was mentioning before, we have 5 operating segments, right? Where we're providing integrated and innovative technologies across many markets. And just to mention a few of them, or a few occurrences where we use our products, it could be in heavy duty trucks, marine, medium duty trucks, mining, motorhome or RVs, pickup trucks, commercial mobile data centers, and those are just to mention a few instances where we have our products. You can go to the next one, please. So this is the first segment that I was mentioning before, that is the engine segment. So at Cummins, we have different key capabilities. Hold on, my computer froze. Can you still hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Yeah, we can hear you.
Sorry, my computer froze. Okay, let me restart then. So at the EVU or at the engine segment, we organize the engines or this product by displacing them by sizes, or knowing like who are going to be the future customers or the end users. So for example, within the EVU or the engine business unit, our engines could be between 2.8 and 15 liters with horsepower ranging of 48 to 715. And these products could include new parts and different types of services, as well as remanufacturing parts, engines supported, and they are supported through the extensive distribution network that we have at Cummins. And the different applications are the heavy and medium duty trucks, bus, off-highway, light duty, automotive. You can go to the next one, please. Thank you. So for the engine offering for on highways, we manufacture between 105 to 400 horsepower diesel engines. And our principal customers are for pickup on the highway or pickup trucks, and the customers, the most known are Fiat, Chrysler, and Nissan. And this is for the on-highway or a good example could be trucks, like I mentioned before. You can go to the next one, please. And then we have the engines offerings for off-highway. Here, Our key global markets include mining, marine, rail, oil, and gas. So we can actually say that these are kind of like bigger engines in our market. And then last but not least, you can go to the next slide, please. We have the natural gas product line. And these engines could be also used in our generator sets. And the generator sets, Luis is going to talk about a little bit on the power system segment for Cummins.
So Sergio, you skipped one slide. Can you actually go back one more, please? Sergio? Perfect. So before talking about the power system segment, I want to hear in the comments, other than our interns, what do you guys think we do in our power system segment? I'm going to give you like 2 minutes just to read your comments. Well, for anyone that didn't hear the question, what do you guys think we do in our power system segment? Diesel generators. Okay, that's a good answer. Power school. That's funny. I say configure the power of engines, backup power. Okay, get the power when we lose it. That's a good one, Betsy. Thank you for participating. Power generators in Fridley. Someone should give that guy an internship, making it better. That's a good one. Calibrate engine for highest power potential. Manage power distribution. Okay, I'm gonna stop the comment section right now. It's good to see that you guys are not lost, because honestly, when I started working for Cummins, I barely knew anything about the power systems segment. So Sergio, can you go to the next slide, please? So yeah, you guys have an amazing idea of what power system segment is. Usually for power system segment, we refer to it as PSBU. That's short for Power System Business Unit. Also, the unit that Betsy just talked about, that one's we're going to refer to as EBU, Engine Business Unit. And we like to use those acronyms because in Cummins, we love to short everything. So if you guys hear us talking about EBU, that's Engine Business Unit, PSBU, Power Systems Business Unit. So basically, let me go to what we do. What we do in Power Systems is that we are continuously exploring emerging technologies and also provide integrated power solutions around the world. We do this by using our own research and development capabilities to create cost-effective and environmentally friendly power solutions to meet the standards of a world that is continuously changing. So yeah, within power system segment, we have 3 different segments. The first one is power generation, which is the one and Betsy work at. In power generation, we basically design, manufacture, sell, and support backup and prime power generators ranging from 2 megawatts to 3.5 megawatts. Also, in power systems, we are in charge of developing the controls, the paralleling systems, the transfer switches, and these are to meet applications for our customers in areas such as commercial, industrial, healthcare, telecommunications, and data centers. The next segment we have in power systems is industrial. For industrial, we design and manufacture and self-support pretty big engines. They're usually like 5,500 horsepower. We use these engines in areas such as mining, rail, defense, oil and gas, commercial and marine applications. This business unit is present in a lot of parts of the world, such as North America, Europe, the Middle East, China, Korea, Japan, Latin America, India, Russia, Southeast Asia, South Pacific, and Mexico. So you guys can basically have an idea of like all the areas where Cummins is present at. And finally, our last segment within power systems is the generator technologies. The generator technologies, we basically design and manufacture alternating current generators and alternator products mostly for consumption, for internal consumption, and the external generator samples. So this is like one of the examples that we manufacture for our own, but also we sell those alternators to our competitors. Yeah. And currently in Power Systems, we're 10,000 people working at it globally. Can you go to the next slide, Sergio? And yeah, that's just example of the engines that currently the Power Systems business unit support. We have engines for diesel, natural gas, gas compression, and you guys can see like our smallest engine is a B903. That one is for defense, and they go all the way to the QSK95. That one's a huge engine. I don't know if you guys can see it, but there's like a person like right next to it. If you guys see that thing, is like amazing, like it's huge. And that one's our biggest engine right now. It's a 95 liter, and it can provide the 5,500 horsepower. Next slide. And that's just an example of our products in the Power Systems business unit. As I mentioned before, we support from house application all the way to industrial. So for example, the small white box that you see in this corner, that's one of our smallest generators, mostly used for home and standby applications. And then they go all the way to the big generator right there, which is mostly used in data center continuous applications because they need to rely on power. And we are offering those solutions. Also, we have another small business segment, which is we like the rentals. So we also assemble these units for any time that they're in need of power. We can rent these units, and we're proud to rent these units in emergency situations such as hurricanes, natural disasters, and all that. And on the side of components, as I mentioned before, we assemble the alternators, but we also, one thing that gives us like competitive advantage over the other companies is that we manufacture the entire electric system, providing the ATSs, the switchgear, the transfer switches, the switchgear, the HMIs, and all that. So that's why like Cummins like tries to be involved in everything during the process, and I think that's what makes us like a great company. Can we go to the next slide?
Okay, so now it's my turn, guys. So I'm gonna present to you about component segments. I'm from this segment of the company, and so the key capabilities and what we're trying to focus here is that Cummins wants to sell a field system of Cummins products. That's what we want. This is what this is what we're actually trying to achieve. So we build all these components that can be merged together into an engine. But of course, sometimes our customers don't want our full system for us to deliver to them. So we also build critical parts of an engine or of the technology they need, so we can at least be in that project. So yeah, that's what we want. We want to ensure that Cummins is presented on at least with one piece of equipment. So we have our product portfolio is aftermarket systems, turbochargers, filtration products, electronics, fuel systems, and automated transmissions. So the first one that we're going to talk about is the air handling technologies, or the turbochargers. So Cummins Turbo Technologies designs and manufactures market turbochargers for light duty, mid-range, heavy duty, and highest horsepower diesel markets with worldwide sales and distribution. We provide a critical air handling technology for engines to meet challenges, performances, requirements, and worldwide emission standards. So this is mainly just for all of those engines. There's standards and lawful standards in every country, and that's what we want to do. That's what we want to try, is to actually get there and be able to not contaminate the world as much and we try to reduce all our emissions as much as we can. So we have 60 years of experience. We have six manufacturing facilities. We have 7,500 distributors worldwide. Sorry, I have two computers, so I have to check behind. And we have turbochargers, power turbines, two-stage systems, exhaust throttle valves, componentry, and we can go from a 2-liter and above. So that's what we do here. So then we have the after-treatment solutions. So the after-treatment solutions, we also call it Cummins Emissions Solutions. So it's where global leaders in manufacturing and integrating after-treatment technology. And what this is basically it's mechanisms used to convert engines emissions that are really pollutants into harmless emissions. So that's what we're trying to do, just reduce all the pollution that our engines may give to the environment. So this is some of our numbers, how we've grown. We have 10 years of experience in this. We have 10 manufacturer facilities, and we go from diesel oxidation, we go from diesel particulates, we have selective catalyst reduction, and those are technologies. Okay, sorry, I should put it over here as well. Give me a second. Next one. So the next one that I want to talk is Cummins Electronics and Fuel Systems. I'm from here. So pay attention, guys. I know about this a little bit. So in Cummins Electronic Systems, we designed the ECMs, which is the first one. We design sensors, we design harnesses, we give tools and services, and HMIs. So the ECUs and ECMs are electronic control modules, and our HMIs are the human-machine interfaces. And we work with this, and we implement these controllers into on-highways, into off-highways, and into power generation. Right now, I'm working more on the power generation side with all my projects. So yeah, it's cool. Next slide for myself. Then we have filtration technology. We're also known as Fleetguard. So some of our products are named Fleetguard. We offer around 8,300 products for first fit and after market applications. So these are globally, you can find them almost everywhere. And these are stuff that you can get like from your, I don't know, you can get them in your automobile shop where you get your parts. But even one time I was going to get some gas, and in the gas station they had some oil from Cummins, and I was impressed. It was the first time I saw it. So you may find us more places than you think. And for last, a little bit of summary of the fuel systems technology. So we're the only engine manufacturer to also manufacture fuel system and its subsequent components. So that's why other companies actually come to us and buy our products, because we technically have all that they need to build the engines. And that's a good thing about us, is that we take our designs and put it into our systems. So we can say that Cummins is fully Cummins. We don't have extra parts, or most of the parts are Cummins. So yeah, that's us. We have 80+ years of fuel system experience. And yeah, what's next? What's up, Luis? Did you raise your hand? I'm kidding. Can you unmute yourself, Luis?
Hey, sorry. Hello. Okay, yeah, I'm going to talk now about the distribution segment. I think I see the distribution segment as our first line of defense within Cummins. they are the ones that are like actually in charge of dealing with the customer and dealing with the people. And I think this is like a huge competitive advantage of Cummins. Like if you guys see, we do everything from the design to the distribution. We sell the after parts. So I don't know, that's like a great thing about Cummins. Like we're in charge in the whole process. So a little bit about distribution segment. Distribution segment actually has 16,000 people working under it. We refer to them as DBU, and they are usually in charge of they're responsible for managing operations to our fully owned or partially owned or independent distributors, as well as our relationship with other independent distributors. Basically, the distribution segment, they provide service solutions, they do the maintenance, they do the integrated power solutions, and they are, as I mentioned before, the ones that end up like dealing with the customer. Can you go to the next slide, Sergio? And that's just an example of the tools that the DBU has developed to always be in contact and talking with our distributors. We have the Uptime Initiative, which is basically to identify and prioritize improvements to our customers. Also, we have the customer guide, Cummins Guidance, which is a portal that they developed to constantly talk with mobile technologies for a faster service and better solutions. Cummins Care and parts.cummins.com, they are mobile platforms, 24-hour, available at any part of the world, in which people can look for Cummins parts and bill of materials, service, and all that for their Cummins engines or generators. Next slide. Oh, let's go back one more. Here's another trivia for you guys. So, as you guys know, well, some of you, electrified power is one of our newest business segments. They always ask this at the national convention, so I want to know, in which year did we launch this business unit? I'm reading your comments. Nope. We're talking about electrified power. Close. All right, you guys are okay. Well, someone got it, so I'm going to stop right there. Next slide, Sergio. So yeah, we launched our last segment, electrified power, in 2017. This business segment came as the need to be going with a world that's continuously changing, going towards clean energy and renewable solutions. So guys, have that in mind. It was founded in 2017. So yeah, in this, we refer to as EPBU. They manufacture, sell, and support electrified power systems ranging from fully electric to hybrid. We actually launched the battery electric system for an urban bus in 2019. That was one of our most recent products. And we also manufacture battery models, packs, and systems for commercial, industrial, and material handling applications. Next one.
So lastly, building our capabilities within the EPBU, we acquired this business fairly new, but we are expanding. We are currently in 4 different countries: China, UK, US, and India. And we are continuing to invest in innovating technologies to continue to grow and empower the world with newer technologies. So yeah, we're really excited about this new business unit, and we know that it's going to grow, and it's where we're living in the future. So I think that's everything. Next slide. It's going to be questions. Feel free to ask any question, guys, and you guys have us here. Any questions?
yeah, if you guys have any questions, feel free to raise your hands, and then from there we can kind of decide.
Yeah, so if everyone just keeps their hand raised, we'll just go in order. So I see Rolando. Do you want to go?
Yes. Good evening, everybody. Can you guys hear me well?
Yeah.
So y'all talked a little bit about the distribution process, and my question is, are like the engineers involved in the distribution process?
Totally.
Or like is that like a separate area, you know?
No, totally. So we have a specific role for that names customer engineer. So that's what we like about acquiring the business of distribution. Before acquiring the business, any distributor was providing the service to the engines. Now, once Cummins bought the distributors, Cummins has their own engineers giving the service and being involved on any warranty or any issues that happen on the field. So we're the first one to see what is the actual problem, and we can go back and fix it since the beginning.
Wonderful, thank you.
Not a problem. Next question.
Okay, looks like Denise. Denise, do you want to go off of mute?
Hello, everyone. So my question goes back to the filtration technology. And it says that the Fleetguard products designed to meet exceed Cummins and many other OEM engine requirements. Now, I'm just curious, does Fleetguard, manufacture and refine like the chemical additives that you guys use in the diesel engines, or is that something that Cummins does as well for the engines?
So we are meeting regulations. I know that regulations emission regulations are changing, and we are using our filtration just to help us improve. Give me a second. We use filtration to get us there, but we normally are involved in having our engines meet the actual regulations and using any other component just to help us support other users or other persons that are using our products to meet the regulations that we have in the market. Does that answer your question? Any other questions?
Yes, I believe Juan Pablo has his hand raised. If you can unmute yourself. Or...
Hey, can you hear me?
We can hear you.
Is there an echo? Yeah. Okay. Thank you for coming. I'm really excited for all you guys to be here. And I wanted to ask you, what has been one of the best projects that you have worked on, or the one that you like the best?
Myself, or we can
it could be any of you guys or everyone, depending on the time.
So for me, my favorite project, when I came here into the company, they were starting to build a new electronic control module. So I was involved in all the process of how to pick parts. So I did a little bit of components engineering. I did a little bit of designing engineering. I did a lot of calculations, and I played a lot with OrCAD and PSpice. And at the end, I was able to work as well with the layout. So I was able to see all the process. And at the end, I was able to actually go to manufacturing places of the boards where they actually changed the raw board into their PCB. And I also was able to go and have a tour on where they actually go and put all your components, because most are really hard to solder. And at the end, I was even able to test my ECM. So I was able to go from the beginning up to till the end of my project. And I think that's the one that I've liked the most. I'm still working on it because we're going to go to a second revision. So we had to update some stuff. So that's what I think it's the most fun part about my fun project.
And
so For me, I'm Betsy. I remember working on a project that was like my favorite one. That was around the time that I joined Cummins. It was in 2017. So my project was called PCC 500, which was basically a small box that was installed like anywhere and was able to connect to a lot of gensets or generator sets. And I was working with an app where I was able to see all the gensets and actually like turn it on and off and see the different capabilities. Like for example, if any of the gensets that I was checking on would fail, I was able to see it on my computer. If there was any warning, I was able to see it. So, and actually kind of like going back to the question that Kim answered at the beginning. So I'm part of the service team, and we actually work very close to the distributors. So for example, if there is any issue on the field and the technician cannot fix it, they come to me, depending on if I'm working on that specific line of product. And then I have to try to fix it. If not, we keep escalating until we get to the engineering design perspective where they have to actually find the root cause. But that's very rare. And for those, we create sometimes campaigns when those issues are super big and sometimes globally. But yeah, so kind of like answering two questions, but at the beginning, yeah, my favorite project was with this PCC 500, which was the Power Command Cloud, where I was able to see different, like any gensets all over the world and being able to turn it on, turn it off, play it around, and see how I can fix it. I think that was very cool just around the time when I joined, and I saw like this different technology that didn't mention in this presentation, but that's something that we have as well.
Luis, you're muted.
Where's the? No, I'm not. I was looking for the little mic. So, I mean, I just started working for the company, just being here for 8 months. I can say that the project that I had during my internship was pretty interesting. I was developing a new way to create testing forms for a product that we currently have, and the testing process takes too long. But right now, what I'm doing is that I'm the guy that continuously gives technical advisor or advising to our distributors, and I'm like that middleman in between our distributors and the plant. If the distributors want something, we go to the plant, ask if there's available. If it's not available, sometimes we develop a project to make that available to all of our distributors depending on the need of our request. And also, now that I'm talking, I think I'm gonna answer the question that we have on the chat. So Danny Guevara is asking, what advice can we give to those who are graduating when applying for jobs at Cummins? Also, advice for those who are looking for internships with the company to secure an opportunity. So I'm gonna be honest with you. I applied for Cummins 3 times before I actually got an offer for an internship. The mistake that I always made was always thinking it was going to be enough to only apply locally at my school, go to the career fair at my school, and all of that. I made that mistake for the first 3 years, and my 4th year, I was like, okay, I need an internship. I'm about to graduate. So I ended up getting the support to going to HINAC. I'm not sure if you guys were able to go to HINAC. In HINAC, that's where I got my first experience talking with someone from Cummins other than the recruiters that went to my school, and they were pretty nice. It was a nice resume review. When I talked with them, they asked me like, hey, where do you want to go? I was like, Columbus. And they were like, we actually want you from Minnesota. So that's where everything started. I got my first internship last summer of 2019. And then by the time I was about to graduate, I just followed through my entire recruitment process, stayed in contact with my recruiter. And luckily, I ended up getting a full-time opportunity to work with the company on February. So stay active in your organizations. Go to national conventions if you have the opportunity. Have a nice resume, and yeah.
Yeah, another thing that some people may not have is sometimes you don't have the actual industrial experience. That was me. I didn't have any internship at the end of my university, like at the end of my bachelor's. So if you don't have that kind of opportunity to be in getting experience from an actual industrial place, you can make your own experience. As an electrical engineer, I was building my own projects, playing a lot with my Arduinos, building little spiders, robotic spiders, even electronic robotic arms. So you can build a lot of stuff by yourself. We have a lot of, well, we have Google, so we have a lot of information that you can use in projects and innovations, right? So always try to be active, and yeah, as Luis said, go to the conferences. I got my job at SWE, so at the Society of Women Engineer conference. So there's always an opportunity there. You just need to find it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
So
okay. We want to move on to the next question.
Yeah, so that's what I was about to get to. I hate to cut off everybody right now, but we do have breakout rooms that we want to get to. And so that way you could actually ask each individual professional your questions and continue from there. So if you still have questions, please join the breakout rooms. We'll be going into those, and yeah.
You gonna be guys?
Yeah, so if you guys need, yeah, the links have been posted on the chat. Just check out the 4th general meeting general room. The links have been posted.
See you guys at the breakout room.
You guys can also stay in the